to tell what you were thinking, babe. Your thoughts are only getting louder. While you are up in space, I sit here by myself. Are you gonna spill the truth or waste your life away? Sitting on your fingertips so I know what you'll say. Baby, don't bother, you know it hurts anyway. Don't bother, as long as you don't say that it's over now, that it's over. We used to talk about getting older. We said we hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over, over. I don't know what you did, but it's alright with me. It doesn't matter any longer. I will forgive your flaws if you're forgiving mine. Are you gonna spill the truth or waste your life away? Sitting on your fingertips so I know what you'll say. Baby, don't bother, you know it hurts anyway. Don't bother, as long as you don't say that it's over now, that it's over. We used to talk about getting older. We said we hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over, over. Spill it out, don't you spare any details of how you feel about us. Spill it out, don't you spare any details. Oh baby, as long as you don't say that it's over now, that it's over. We used to talk about getting older. We said we hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over, over. It isn't hard to tell what you were thinking, babe. Your thoughts are only getting louder. While you are up in space, I sit here by myself. Are you gonna spill the truth or waste your life away? Sitting on your fingertips so I know what you'll say. Baby, don't bother, you know it hurts anyway. Don't bother, as long as you don't say that it's over now, that it's over. We used to talk about getting older. We said we hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over, over.
Here's the deal with this practice. It doesn't matter how slow you go. It doesn't matter how slow you go. What matters is that you don't stop. Don't stop. Just keep at it. And it also doesn't matter how it looks. It matters how it feels. Let that sink in. Doesn't matter how it looks. You don't have to take any pose to 110%. What matters is how it feels in your one and only wonderful body. Take care of that one and only wonderful body of yours. Do what's right for your body. That's the big thing. And that's the hardest thing to let soak in. Do what is right for you. Maybe you're seated in a chair for this entire practice. Modify, 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 and make it work for you. This is a 1 hour long practice. This is Piper, that's Bonnie, and I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is a 1 hour long practice. You think, oh my gosh, an hour is a long time. Well, it kind of is, but don't you deserve a time set aside for you to feel good and make the rest of your day even better? Think of this as a private, at home, 1 hour long class. We don't have any cuts in the practice. We don't have any, retakes or whatever. It's live, so it's just like going to a real class, but the convenience of being at home. We practice every day, and every day's practice is different. Some you'll find more challenging than others. Some you'll really enjoy. Some you'll just get through and realize, hey, I'm stronger and tougher than I thought I was. But just do what's right for your body. And as you do that today in your 1 hour long practice, think about this word. And the word is balance. Balance, there we go. Balance means a state of equilibrium. You know that. Balance. Not only balance in your body, but balance in your mind and in your soul. That's what yoga is, the union of body, mind, and soul, bringing it all together. But we're going to do some extra balancing today. And in fact, next month, join us for a whole month-long series of working on balance in the body to find more strength. So today you will find strength and balance in the practice. All right. You're going to need some props today. Props you're going to need are an eye shade and a little hand towel. Those come in handy. Your 2 yoga blocks, we always use those. Buy those. They're everywhere. You can buy them. They're not very expensive. Some water to wet your whistle, and a strap if you want to use it. I'm not going to use it today, but if you want to use your strap, do it. You can be against a wall. You can be with a chair. Lots of different ways to do it. Let's come on up to standing now as we take our stress number. We always do that little inventory every day, every practice. Stress number on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. Where are you today? Don't overthink it. Don't think, oh, what does that mean? How you feeling? Kind of move a little bit. Are you stiff somewhere? Or, what's going on? Lock that stress number in, and let's do our usual little warm-up. Strike a pose of confidence. Put your hands on your hips, feet a little bit wider than your hips, and just kind of move around a little bit. Get comfortable. Send your elbows back. Lift your chest up to the sky and stand like Wonder Woman. Remember that back in the day? Stand like Wonder Woman. Chest is lifted. Gaze is forward. You are strong in your foundation. Just do it. Your breath is very important too. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a big breath out through your mouth. It's allergy season. I'll attest to that for sure. Breathe any way you can. Breathe any way you like. Just breathe deeply. Start to come up onto the balls of your feet. Heels behind your toes, ensuring proper alignment in the feet. So you're waking up your calves, waking up your foundation. My ankles are cranky today. Oh my goodness. All right, so lift and lower. Chest is lifted. Stretch out your calves. Hello to Tammy and Liz, Stan, Esther. How are you doing? How's life and up the road? All right, Allison, I'm glad that you are back. 2 weeks in Greece. I am envious. I'll need to talk to you about Greece because we're going to go there later next year. And I'm glad that you feel that you need this. We all need this, don't we? All right, how you doing in the calves? Are they awake? I haven't forgotten. All right, come on down onto your heels, lift your toes up and give them a wiggle. Nice job. Bring your legs in a little bit more. Arms go high up. This is your extended mountain pose. Reach through your fingers. Chest is lifted, and imagine your shoulders kind of dropping away from the ears a little bit. Spiral your pinkies in. Lift. Lift. Feel strong here. This is extended mountain. Take a little baby back bend with the arms reaching high. Take a back bend. Reach your fingers to the back of the room. Hips go forward. Exhale. Fold forward. Let the arms come down as you kind of fold your body in half. Look back to your knees or up towards your navel. Shake the knees a little bit. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Let it all go. Breathe it out, breathe it out. You know, you could be seated in a chair. It's all still really good yoga, and you'll feel really good afterward. Don't stress out, just enjoy. When you're ready, arms come up, float them on up. Come on back up to standing. Interlace your fingers. Palms go high. Take your palm tree pose. Sway gently from side to side. Keep both feet down on your mat. Chin away from your chest. Just sway like a palm tree, stretching out your side body. Breathe. Don't you feel better already? Every little bit of movement helps. Breathe. You could have a bend in your elbows. Maybe that feels good. Maybe you've got your hands on your hips and you're just going side to side. Let it feel good. Finish up, come back to the midline of your body. Let's do some shoulder circles. With your arms, tee them out and then do some nice big circles. Get some mobility in the shoulders going. Shoulders are sensitive, aren't they? Maybe big shoulder circles don't feel good. Take them smaller. Just do little arm circles if that's what works. Add in your knees. Bend your knees. Come on up. Arms come up, knees come up. Arms come down, knees bend. Drive your bottom to the back of the room. See how low you can take that bend. Wake the knees up. Take your arm circles in the opposite direction. Breathe. Remember to breathe deeply. Let that stress go. Audibly sigh it out. And when you're finished, come on up to standing, arms down by your sides. Close your eyes for a moment. Send your shoulders back a little bit more. Chest is lifted. Almost feel like you're exaggerating it, but you're really not. You're just standing up nice and straight. Breathe. Big breath in. Big breath out. Start to twist in the waist. Arms heavy down by your side. Look over one shoulder, then the other. I could do this for 10 minutes, couldn't you? Just feels good. Arms are heavy. You're tapping your hip, your backside. You're taking a nice controlled twist. That's so important. Breathe. 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 Find strength here. You've got it. You have it. Use it. You're stronger than you think. You're your own worst critic. Don't criticize yourself. Be happy for what you're doing, because you're doing great. If you're seated in your chair, maybe you're reaching toward the back of the chair and taking the deep twist. Reaching on the other side, taking the deep twist. Let's finish here. Come back to the midline of your body. Let's do a beloved pose called ragdoll. Toe heel your feet about hip width distance apart. You can look down at your feet and see hips in line with your feet. Hinge forward. Bend your elbows. Grab for opposite elbows. Let the crown of your head hang toward the earth. Look back to your knees. Really look back to your knees. Don't be holding on, looking toward your toes. Let the neck hang heavy. Let the head hang heavy. Put a little bend in your knees. Breathe. Big breath in. And big breath out. Feel the decompression of the low back. Think of creating space between your hips as your belly kind of settles in here between your legs. And then start to sway from side to side. One elbow back toward one knee, then the other back toward the other. We do this little warm-up just about every day in our practice because it's so important to just kind of let the body know good things are coming, get moving. And if the warm-up is all you can squeeze in today, that's fine too. Breathe. Let's finish up in the ragdoll pose. Finish up at the midline of your body. Bring your hands down to the mat. Bend your knees and come on down. Let's come into child's pose. Any way you like it, using the block or not. Knees can be together, big toes touching, hips back towards your heels. Maybe they don't go all the way back. That's all right. And the hands. Bring the hands down by your sides. Palms face up. Head can come down to your block or to the mat. Here's your classic child's pose. A variation. Wide-legged child's pose. Knees spread wide. Big toes are still touching. Bottom still back towards your heels as best you can. Arms are forward, palms spread wide, and you're pressing into the mat. Kind of sends your hips back a little bit more. Use every little bit of help you can get. Sink your head down to either your block or no block at all. Reach to the top of your mat. You could take that block, put it under your hands. Stretch it out here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. So you're really waking up the knees and the quads here. Your spine is lengthening. Your forehead is on the mat, so you got a nice straight line from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Perhaps your shoulders, your arms are reaching forward and you're getting some nice shoulder extension as well. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Child's pose, come back to it anytime you like. Now let's talk about our breathing for a second. If it is okay with you today, you can close your lips and breathe in and out of your nose only. This will help you build heat in your body and help you focus on your breath. Deep breath in and deep breath out. You can stay here in this child's pose if you like. You can come back to child's pose anytime you like. Know that it's all good yoga. Give yourself permission to do what your body needs. I'm going to move on to the next pose. If you'd like to join me, let's go. Remove your block, press into your hands, send your hips high, come into a down dog. In your downward facing dog. We're going to do this a lot today. Think of your tailbone going up to the sky, feet hip width distance apart. Look at your hands, they should be shoulder width distance apart. Fingers spread wide. Suction cup your fingers, kind of like a little gecko. Kind of dig your fingers into the mat. Heels slightly lifted, tailbone up to the sky, neck loose, free. Shake it out. Look back to your knees. Really let the head hang. Let it hang. Let it decompress. Heels slightly lifted. Start to pedal them out. Pedal them out, bringing one heel closer to the earth than the other. Breathe. You're stretching out the whole back sides of your legs. Your tailbone is lifted high to the sky. Your body looks like an inverted V. Breathe. Still your heels. Walk your feet up to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. Sweep your arms out to the side and lift on up. Come on up to an extended mountain pose. Let's do a sun salutation A. Begin in your extended mountain pose, Tadasana. Breathe, lift through the hips, lift through the chest, lift through the crown of your head and your fingers. Exhale, hands to prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, hands to your shins, your knees, whatever it takes to create a flat back. Send your elbows, your shoulders back so your back is flat, not rounded shoulders, a flat back. Lengthen through the crown of your head and your tailbone. And when you're ready, fold forward, bring your hands forward, come into a high plank. If you don't want to get down on the ground, you could be pressing against a wall. Imagine the earth as the wall and do the same thing. Step your feet back. Come into a high plank, weight hinged forward, shoulders over your hands and over your wrists. Feet hip width distance apart, high plank. Let's do our Chaturanga Dandasana series. Modify it if you like. Drop to your knees if you want. It's all up to you. High plank to a low plank, bend the elbows. Inhale, straighten the elbows. Tops of the feet are on the mat. Lift. Chest is forward, gaze is forward. This is your upward facing dog. Take it to a down dog. Tuck your feet. Hips go high, downward facing dog. Breathe, pedal it out. Let's go through it again. Still your feet. Feet walk to your hands or hands walk to your feet. Arms sweep out to the side. Lift, rise up, lift up, be strong. When you're ready, exhale, hands through prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Your back is flat like a tabletop. Exhale, plant your hands, walk them forward on the wall or on the mat. Come into your high plank. High plank, maybe on your knees. Take it to a low plank. Hover your chest above the earth. Flip your feet so the tops of your feet are on your mat. Press into your arms, upward facing dog. Tuck your back feet. Lift your hips high, downward facing dog. Pedal. One heel closer to the earth than the other. Let's do it again, a little quicker. Still your heels. Hands walk back to meet your feet or the other way around. Inhale, arms sweep up, reach, lift, be strong and powerful. Exhale, hands through prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze the shoulders to the spine. Exhale, hands come down, walk them forward, high plank, maybe on the knees, low plank. Press into the earth, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. Oh, the heart's pumping, isn't it? Pedal it out. Finish it up. Still your feet. Hands walk to feet or feet walk to hands. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. How are you doing? Blood's flowing. Don't you feel good? Put a smile on your face. Sun B. Bend your knees. Reach through the arms. Come into what's called chair pose, Utkatasana. Reach through your fingers. Sink low in your bottom. Let's play with this for a second. How low can you go? Sink your bottom back, sink it down as if you're squatting. Really hold on here. Maybe lift the toes up because the weight is shifted back into your heels. Toes can wiggle, reach. Arms are a counterbalance. Send your bottom back even more. Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settle. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Straighten the legs and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to your shins. You've been here before. You know this one. Back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands. Feet go back. Chaturanga again. Your variation. Take it on the knees or take it from high plank to your down dog. You don't have to do it all. I'm going to do high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Hips are high. Pedal it out. Still the heels. Lift your right leg high to the sky. Kick it. Breathe. Lift it. Let it feel good. Exhale. Draw the knee toward the chest. Come into a low lunge. Right toes between the two front hands. Rise on up to your warrior two pose. Plant your feet solidly on the ground. Left foot is planted, right toes shine to the front of the mat. Settle in here, all right? Feet are all solid on the ground. Settle in, bend the right knee so it's over the right ankle. A straight line right here. Breathe. Open up the knee so it goes a little more to the back of the room. Oh, you feel it in that right front thigh. Arms tee out. Settle in here. Think of a straight line, crown of the head, through the groin, all the way down to the mat. Nice bend in the knees. Feet are solid. Arms tee out. Think strong warrior. Look to the right over your right middle finger. Settle in here. Here's the really hard part. Act as if you're squeezing your mat together with your two strong legs. Oh my goodness, you really feel it in the thighs. Hold here, nice and strong, warrior pose. Look over your right middle finger. And when you're ready, extended side angle. Reach, reach, reach to the front of the room. Reach a little farther. Then tick-tock your arms 6 and 12. 6 and 12, keeping the right knee over the ankle. Open up the arms, nice and big. Maybe with this hand that's lifted, the left hand, reach it to the front of the room so you almost have a straight line from your left pinky toe all the way through your left pinky finger. Breathe. Reverse warrior. Inhale, come on up. Right arm goes high, left arm goes low. Reach that right arm to the back of the room. Breathe. Stay. Low body as if it were in cement. Don't move the legs. Stay solid and firm. Breathe. Reach to the right fingers. Exhale. Cartwheel the arms. That's always fun. Surround the right front foot. Right foot goes back to meet the left. Chaturanga Dandasana. High plank. Low plank. Inhale, up dog, grip those fingers. Exhale, down dog, hips are high. Your practice looks different than mine. That's good, that's fine. Just keep going. Pedal the heels. Other side, left leg kicks high. Move it around, kick it high. Feel it, let it feel good. Exhale, sweep it through to your low lunge. Left foot between the two front hands. Right foot comes down, you come up, warrior two on this side. Sink into the legs, knee over ankle, remember straight line. Open up the knee to the back of the room, squeeze those thighs together. Arms tee out, look to the left. Lengthen up through your spine, and settle in. Hold here, squeeze that mat. When you're ready, extended side angle. Reach, 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 and then tick-tock. 6 and 12 in the arms. Open up that left knee by pressing the left forearm into the leg. Reach, reach forward, reach, stretch. Inhale, rise up. Warrior Reverse warrior, left arm high, right arm low. Reach the top arm, left arm to the back of the room. Big stretch. How does it feel? Shoulder back, chin away from the chest. Strong warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the arms. Send the left foot back to meet the right. Maybe you go high plank, maybe on the knees. High plank to a low plank. Bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out and breathe. Finish up, steal your feet. Let's do it again. Hands walk to meet the feet, or feet walk to meet the hands. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Exhale, bend in the knees, chair pose. Sink it in. Feel what you feel. Reach to the fingers as you inhale. Sink lower as you exhale. One more big reach. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Straighten the knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat. Step it back, chaturanga dandasana, your way. High plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg kicks and lifts. Exhale, it sweeps through to a low lunge. Come on up to your warrior two. Arms tee out, bend in the knees, squeeze the mat, look to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, extended side angle. Tick-tock, 6 and 12. Reach far to the front of the room. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm high, left arm low. Reach to the back of the room. Inhale, lift on up. Cartwheel the arms. Surround the right front foot. Chaturanga dandasana. High plank to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. Pedal it out. The pedaling feels good. Left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through. Low lunge. Rise up, feet are planted. Sink on down. Squeeze that mat. Arms tee out. Look left. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach. Then tick-tock, 6 and 12. Reach forward, reach. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm down, left arm up. Reach to the back of the room. Bend in that knee. Hold it here, you got it. Exhale, cartwheel the arms. Chaturanga dandasana, your way. High plank maybe to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Pedal, breathe, let it feel good. Finish, still your heels. Drive them closer to the earth. Shake your neck and finish. Bend your knees. Hover in a bear plank for just a second. Knees hover an inch or two above the earth. Wrists underneath your shoulders. Push into the earth. Hold it here. You got it. Come down to your knees. Take a little break. How you doing? All right. We're doing it, right? How does your practice look? It doesn't matter. What matters is how you feel. So that's the question. How do you feel? How do you feel? You're getting stronger. I'm telling you, those planks will do it. Drink. All right, so we did our Sun A, we did our Sun B. Let's do our usual little core stuff. Let's go into a seated position. Once you're seated, soles of the feet touch, knees open wide, heels hiked up to your groin, hands in prayer. Let's come on down. Take it slowly. You got it. Take it slowly, slowly, slowly. Come all the way down. Try to avoid the big clunk at the end. Come on up. Come on down. Come on up. Come on down. Come on down to your mat. Heels hiked up to your groin. Knees open wide. Where does it feel good? Maybe you want your heels further away. You decide. Fingers lightly at the temples. Open up the elbows wide. Little teeny sit-ups. Letting your chin be the guide. Imagine a string on your chin, lifting up to the sky. Up on the exhale, down on the inhale. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Little, oh, don't you feel it in your low abs? Really hard to isolate anything because everything's working here. but you really feel it in your low belly. Elbows open wide. Chin is going up, up, up to the sky. You're not looking at your feet. You're looking up at the ceiling. Look up. Good. Look up. Finish up. Come on down. Time to do bicycle. Knees together. Knees over your hips. Shins parallel to your mat. Elbows still open wide. Peel your shoulders up. Try to reach elbow toward knee with the opposite leg extended. And do your bicycle pose. And you know there are variations. You can keep your shoulders down and pedal. You could keep your feet down and just reach elbows toward opposite knee. You can straighten your legs and scissor kick them. Do what feels good today. Let's finish. Send your legs long on your mat. Arms high overhead. Reach and stretch it out in a stick pose. Don't you feel it in the hip flexors? Point the toes to the bottom of the mat. Arms reach high. Whew, breathe. Let's do boat pose. Bend your knees. Hands reach behind your thighs. Low on the hamstrings, right behind the knees. When you're ready, rock and roll up. And I always say, if you have osteoporosis, osteopenia, you don't want to rock on your spine. Check with your doctor to make sure it's okay. So rock a couple of times. Find your balance. Have some fun. Come on up to seated. Come on up to seated. Feet are on the ground. Shoulders are back. Not a rounded back, a lifted back. Shoulders are back. Chest is forward. Lean back as if you were in a recliner. Oh yeah, I'm feeling that. Maybe lift one foot up or the other or both. Hold it here. Lean back. You could use your strap. Remember that. We used it on, what was yesterday? We used it yesterday in our practice. Breathe. Legs can reach long and straight. Now, if you want, take your hands away. Oh, that's hard. Maybe put them back. Reach your fingers towards your feet. Lift, lift, lift. Arms can go high. You decide. Nothing wrong with keeping the hands behind the knees and just finding a little balance here. Let it be. Don't stress. It's no fun if you stress. Hold in your boat. Hands to prayer center, maybe a little bend in your knees. Row your boat. Dip one elbow toward the earth, then the other. Row, row, row your boat. Finish up. Hike, or bring the soles of the feet down. Hike your heels up towards your groin. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Hollow out your belly. Whew. Try to find space there. Tuck your forehead, your chin towards your knees. Roll into a tight little yogi ball. Press the weight into just the toes. Maybe lift the weight out of the feet. Breathe. Find some balance here. Breathe. Circle your ankles in one direction. Circle your ankles in the other direction. Challenge your balance. You've got it. Place the soles of your feet down. Let's come back to a down dog. Maybe crisscross at the ankles. Hands come down. Legs go up. Legs don't go up. Your bottom goes up. You come back to a down dog. In your down dog, pedal it out. You know all the little points here. Feet are hip width distance apart. Hands are shoulder width distance apart. Press into your mat. Look back to your knees. Let your neck hang heavy. Still your feet. Sneak in a chaturanga dandasana if you want. High plank to low plank. Inhale, up dog. I know you're doing this, Esther. You are one strong woman. Feet down on your mat in a natural position. Press your hips high. Come into a down dog. Pedal it out. Let's come into a lunge. Right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. I can never do this the classic way. I have to bring my leg out and move it on in. Just the way I'm built. Other leg works fine. This one doesn't. Maybe you do the same thing. Just make it work for you. Come on into your lunge. All right. All 10 toes are pointing forward. Sink on down so the back knee is right above the earth. You can come down to the knee too if you want, if that feels better. I'm just going to hover it. Arms lift, breathe. Take a little baby back bend. Arms come back up as you inhale. Hands to prayer center as you exhale. Big inhale, lengthen up through your spine. Exhale, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Hands are stacked, elbows are stacked. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper, look at your elbow, if you can. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, look over your right shoulder. Breathe. There's your twist. Come on down to the back knee. Slowly come back to the midline of your body. Place the back left foot, the top of it on your mat. Wiggle your right front toes to the top corner of your mat. Let's do a runner's lunge here. All right, you can use a block to bring the earth up to you and place your hands on the block. Left leg goes long and straight with the top of the foot on the mat. Big stretch in your left hip flexor. Wiggle your right toes to the top right corner of the mat, whatever feels right for you. Big giant runner's stride, right? Find mobility here. You know, it's so easy to lose mobility, and it happens gradually, but it happens fast at the same time. Does that make sense? Press into the earth. Maybe open up the knee to the right side of the room. So the sole of your foot, you can see it there because you're on the pinky edge side of your foot. You can be pressed into the block. You can put your hands on the mat. You can bring your forearms down to the block and breathe here. You could also do away with the block and come on down to your forearms. Breathe in your runner's lunge. Let's take this pose now into a side plank. Press into your hands with straightened arms. Left arm is going to be your foundation, so look at it for a second. Left hand, left wrist, under the left shoulder, nice and strong and stable. This right foot, swing it on back to meet the left one. Come into your side plank. You can do it on your bottom left knee with the right leg extended and the right arm high. It works. You can straighten both legs. You can kind of tripod your legs, or you can glue the ankles together. Right leg, right arm lifts. Breathe. There's your side plank. Hold it. Go. Oh, no timer today. Let's do away with the timer. Can't do that today. Oh my goodness. All right, come on back to your down dog. Breathe. Pedal it out. Let it go. Let's do another Chaturanga Dandasana. Oh, wouldn't you hate to do a 1-minute side plank today? Ooh, that means we have to do 2 of them. All right, let's come into a high plank. From this high plank, take it to a low plank. Take it on your knees if you want. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Hips go high. We're going to do the left side now. Left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. In between the 2 front hands. Rise on up to a lunge. So all 10 toes are pointing forward. Back heel is lifted. Put a bend in those knees. Take it slowly. You can do it. Maybe hover the right knee just above the ground, or drop it all the way down. It's all good. You do what's right for you. Arms lift. Little baby back bend, strong in the legs. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Take the twist. Right elbow out of the left knee. Hands are stacked, elbows stacked. Lengthen through your spine, and then twist. Lengthen and twist. Lengthen and twist. Lengthen, no hurry, no worry. Twist as you exhale. And then finish. Come back to the midline. Drop to the bottom knee if you're not already there. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Wiggle the left toes to the top corner of the mat. Top of the right foot on the mat. Send the right leg long and straight. Really get this straddle going here. Reintroduce your block if you want in your runner's lunge. Hold the block. Maybe open up the left knee to the left side of the room so you can see the sole of that foot. Press into the earth. Press into the block. Find length. Slip down to your forearms or not. You make the call. These are all just variations. None is better than the other. Maybe forearms down to the mat. Breathe. Time for side plank on this side. This time, your right arm is going to be your foundation. Align it nice and straight. Send the left leg long. Remember, you can be on your right knee if you want. Come into your side plank pose. Press into your arm. Press into the reach to the sky. Look up to your left fingers and hold in your side plank. Boy, does this give you strength, right? Breathe and finish. Hand comes down. Both hands are down. You're back in a down dog. Pedal it out. Walk your feet up to meet your hands or the other way around. Take that halfway lift. Hands to your shins, shoulders squeezed, back is flat. Exhale, fold forward. Look back to your knees. Maybe take your hands, capture your calves, elbows hugged in, fold in half like a paper clip. Breathe. Finish. Remove your hands. Sweep them out to the sides. Come on up to standing. Hands to prayer center. I'm going to grab a drink. Hands to prayer center. Maybe eyes closed, or maybe you're grabbing a drink too. All right, we're going to do some balancing. All right, I am fighting a cold, but I'm going to win, right? Yoga feels really good. All right, and so does a hot shower with eucalyptus. All right, so root into both feet. Hands, maybe you had them at prayer center with the eyes closed as you just kind of revisit your practice. Revisit how good you are, how strong you are, how capable you are, all those good things. No negative thoughts. You're doing it, and you're doing great. Blink your eyes open. Let's do tree. Sweep your arms up high to the sky. Lengthen up in your extended mountain. Exhale, slowly bring your hands back to prayer center. Root into your left foot, weight out of the right. Open up the knee to the side of the room. Maybe you're in kind of a Barbie doll foot here, or maybe you have a chair nearby. It's all good. Breathe. Maybe you bring the sole of the foot onto the leg and you slip it on up. Maybe slip it higher, but just skip over the knee. Don't push into the knee. Press the foot into the leg into the foot. Drive the outside of the right knee to the back of the room. Check out your hips, honey. How are they? Are they both facing forward, equal distant? Try to get them equal distant to the front of your room. Hands to prayer center. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet, and then grow your branches. If you fall out, so what? Nobody's watching. You're at home doing your own class, doing it your way. Get right back in. Breathe. Sway your branches, and then bring them back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Place the right foot to meet the left. That's tree on one side of your body. Let's do it on the other. Root through the right foot. Open up the left knee. Kickstand the foot however you like. Maybe lift it on up a little bit. A little bit is good. You don't have to go all the way to the extreme. Just skip the knee. Hands to prayer center. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Grow your branches. Sway your branches like an autumn tree. Breathe. Aren't the leaves getting pretty? We have aspens here in Colorado. They're so beautiful. All right, finish up. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Left foot meets right. Nice job with your tree. Let's do a little more complicated balancing. Remember one-legged mountain? We've done this one, and we've held this one for a long time. Not so much today. Root into your left foot and lift your right leg up. Knee at about hip height. Draw your toes towards your shins. You could balance a block here if you wanted. We've done that in the past. Keep this leg nice and balanced. Root into your left leg. Don't lock the left knee out though. Have a little bit of spring in your step there. Lift your arms on up high to the sky. Here's your one-legged mountain. We're going to hold it here because you can and you are strong. We're going to take it now into a warrior 3. So bring the right leg toward the back of the room, and what you can do, you can set it down if you want and just dance on the toes. We're going to hinge the front of the top of the body forward. Again, that little spring in the foundational knee is good. Right leg lifts, arms reach, come into a capital letter T shape. This is your warrior 3. Reach. Now sweep your arms back like a big airplane. Palms face down. Fingers spread wide. Maybe lift the leg a little higher. Back to the starting position. Sweep your arms forward. Reach, capital letter T. Finish, hands to prayer center. Right foot meets left. That is a challenge, isn't it? Let's do it on the other side. However you do it, it's good. Just try. Root into the right foot. Lift the left leg up. Left knee at hip height. Toes to the shins. Arms lift high. Breathe. Little spring in that foundational knee. Reach. Lift out of your hips. Breathe. Warrior 3. Left leg back. Arms parallel to each other. Reach forward. Maybe you've put your chair in front of you and you're reaching toward the back of the chair. Left leg lifts. Stretch. Reach. You got it. Sweep the arms back, palms down like a big airplane. Shoulders away from the ears. Lift the leg, left leg, a little higher. You got it. Balance. Sweep the arms forward. Capital letter T. Balance. You got it. Hands to prayer center. Left foot meets right as best you can. There you go. Come to standing. Hands at prayer center. Lengthen up. You got it. Exhale, let it go. Eagle pose, Garandasana. Chair pose, remember that? Bend your knees. Arms reach. Parallel to each other. Sink low. Reach. Sink. Don't like this in the arms? Remember your variations. Hands to opposite shoulders. Hands to prayer center. Always a good place to be. Lengthen. When you're ready, if you want, I'm going to sweep my right arm under my left. Palms touch, elbows down, and look over my fingers. Sink low in the bottom. You can do this in the chair. You can do just the arms, or you can do just the legs. I'm going to add them all together. You know that. Elbows down. Breathe. Weight out of the right leg. Right leg lifts. Right leg crosses. Squeeze high in the upper inner thigh. Top of the right foot behind the left calf. Sink low. Squeeze. Compression of all your major joints. Hold here and breathe in your eagle pose, Garandasana. Let's finish by unwinding. Plant the foot, arms sweep up, stretch it out in your extended mountain. Take a little baby back bend, arms back up to the sky. Let's do it again. Take the arm variation you like, then bend your knees. Reach and bend the knees. Reach and sink lower. Reach. Now this time, left arm is going to sweep under the right. Palms are going to touch. Elbows squeeze down. Look over your fingers. Oh, don't you feel it in the shoulders? Squeeze down. Squeeze. Sink low. Staying here is fine. I'm going to root into my right foot now. Lifting the left leg up. Crossing left over right. Hooking the top of the left foot behind the right calf. Sink low. Sink low. Shoulders back. Look over the fingers. Can't think of anything but this right now, right? Yoga keeps you in the present moment, a good place to be. No worries, no hurries. Squeeze what you got. And then finish. Left leg down, arms sweep up, lengthen up, extended mountain, baby back bend, lengthen up through the fingers, breathe. Let's do eagle pose, Garandasana. Arms are lifted. Sweep your right arm back and around. Aren't you glad you warmed up your shoulders earlier? Sweep the arm around. You could have a chair here. You could be using your strap in your right hand. Weight into the left foot. Weight out of the right. When the arm comes back, reach around and capture the inside of your foot. Draw your knees back to the midline. Lengthen up through your fingers and then reach forward. Reach forward. I'm going to turn. Reach forward and kick into your back leg, back hand. Reach, kick, lift, finish. Right foot meets left, both arms go up. Circle the left arm around. Round and around and around to the back of the room. Reach through your right fingers. Root into your right foot. Weight out of the left. Left hand reaches around. All 5 fingers capture inside the left foot. Lengthen up through your right fingers. When you're ready, kick into your back hand. Reach forward through your right hand. Reach, kick, you got it. Breathe, hold, focus, you're strong. Finish, right foot down, left hand comes to meet right at prayer center. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Open your eyes if you closed them. Spread your legs wide, nice and wide. Pinky toes to the sides, short sides of your mat. Let's do Pasarita Padahastasana. Legs spread wide, arms tee out, chest lifts, palm face down. Squeeze your shoulders towards your spine. When you're ready, exhale, hinge forward. When you get to that flat tabletop, take your hands to your calves. Let the crown of your head hang heavy toward the earth. Hands are on your calves. Pull. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold even more. Breathe. Tee out your arms. Slowly rise up, all the way up. Back to the starting position. Hands to prayer center. Bring your heels in a little bit. Horse pose. Bend in your knees, driving the outside of the knees to the back of the room. Lift on up onto the balls of your feet. Hold here. Sink lower as if you were on a big old Clydesdale horse. Shoulders are back over your hips. Pedal alternate heels down. Pedal the heels, pedal the heels. I think I'd rather pedal the heels in down dog, wouldn't you? Oh, this is hard, but feel those strong adductor muscles inside your thighs. Come on up, high on the toes, sink lower. And now pulse, just pulse equally, down, down, down. Catch yourself if you're leaning way far forward. Bring your shoulders over your hips a little bit more and pulse down, 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 down. Let's finish up. Sink as low as you can. High on the toes. Alternate heel touchdowns again. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're almost done. Come on up high on the toes. Sink low. Shoulders back. Let's finish. Heels come down. Big exploding star. 5-pointed star. Arms reach. You look like a big letter X. Wiggle your hips because it feels good. Hands to prayer center. Left foot meets right or right foot meets left. Hinge forward. Hands down to your mat. Look back to your knees. Walk your hands out all the way to a high plank. Feet hip width distance apart. Take your high plank. Press into the earth. You can do this. Come on down to your knees. Come on down to your belly. Cobra pose. Strengthen your spine. Legs are long and zipped up. Tops of the feet on the mat. Hands under your collarbones, elbows hugged in. Think cobra. Think like the fan of a cobra in the elbows. Chin down on the mat. On your next inhale, lift up out of the chest. Press the tops of your feet into your mat. Little to no weight in your hands. Gaze down your nose. Look forward. Lift and strengthen your low back. Finish. Let your hands come down. Arms come down by your sides. Turn your head so your left cheek, or turn it a little more so your left ear is on the mat. Breathe. Bring your head back to the midline, chin on the mat, bend your knees. You can use your strap here to capture your ankles, or use your hands. Reach your hands around, capture the outsides of your ankles. Your knees will have come apart, so wiggle them back to the midline. Hands are holding on to your ankles. Exhale the air out of your lungs. And on your next inhale, kick hard into your feet like you did in Dancer. And then peel your chest up, look down your nose, press into your hands really hard. Let the thighs lift up, breathe, bow pose. Legs come down, arms come down. Turn your head the other way. Right cheek to the mat, right ear to the mat. Really turn it. You got it. That's your cobra pose. That's your floor bow pose. One more big pose for your spine called camel ustrasana. Chin back to the center of your mat. Bend your elbows, hands under your collarbones. Press on up through seal. Soften in your glutes. Find space there. Breathe. Press on up. Come on up to standing on your knees. Find your block between your heels. Hands to your low back. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Chest lifts. Stay right here. Maybe this is exactly where you want to be. Don't take it any farther. This is a big pose. Do what is right for you. I'm going to reach for the block. Then I'm going to reach for my heels. Chest is lifted. Gaze to the back of the room. Breathe. Finish up. Hands back to the low back. Shoulders over the hips. Remove the block. Have a seat on your heels. Kind of feel loopy here. Just relax here. And you're doing a yoga pose here too. Thunderbolt. Remember that one. Good for your quads. All right. When you're ready, legs come out and long on your mat. Toes up toward the sky. Arms up to the sky. Your body looks like a big letter L. Lengthen and then reach the parallel arms forward. Reach, reach, reach. You got it. Reach, stretch. Now reach down, grab your ankles, your calves, whatever you can reach, and reach forward and look towards your knees. Elbows hugged in, nice little forward fold. Press on up, shoulders over your hips. Let's come on down, bend your knees. Come on down to your back, bridge pose. Feet underneath the knees, knees in line with the hips. Arms down by your sides, bridge pose. Press the weight into your feet, lift your hips on up. Stretch out the front of your hips. breathe. Wiggle your shoulders closer to your spine. Lift, lift, lift. Arms down by your sides. Breathe. Push harder into your feet. Slowly roll your spine down, one vertebra at a time. How are you doing there? Nice job. Left leg goes long. Right knee, hug it in. You can bring your eye shade up to your shoulders. Take your towel, hug your towel in, hugging the right knee in. Keep hugging it in. You can use the towel or interlaced fingers, hug it in. Supine twist. Left hand guides the right knee across the midline of the body. You roll onto your left hip. Right arm tees out, look to the right. Breathe. How does that twist feel? Nice controlled twist. Finish up, bring the right hip down and your gaze up to the sky. Hug the knee in again. Right leg goes long, left knee, hug it in. Right heel drives to the bottom of the mat. Hug the left knee in. Right hand guides the left knee. Cross the midline, you roll onto your right hip. Encourage the knee down, but keep the left shoulder down too. And look to the left as best you can. Maybe you're just looking a little to the left corner of your room. Maybe you twist it even more and look to your sweet dog lying in the dog bed. Breathe. Finish up. Gaze back up to the sky. Left hip comes down. Hug the left knee in. Let the left heel go down to meet the right. Drag both heels up. You got a strong core. Drag them on up. Your strong core muscles are doing this. Bring the knees on up towards your chest. Hug the left knee into the left armpit. Right knee into the right armpit. Happy baby. Rock a little bit from side to side. Hands reach down. Capture inside your calves. Maybe that is where you're going to stay today, and that's good. Maybe you're just going to hold on to the knees. That's good too. Rock a little bit from side to side. It's a nice low back massage. Enjoy it. Maybe your hands capture your heels. Ooh, you feel like a frog, right? Maybe send one leg up to the sky. Bend that knee and send the other leg up. Alternate back and forth. This is a big one. Work toward doing this if you can. Nice for the knees, nice for the hips. You're strong, you can do it. Just keep coming back. That's the ticket. Send both heels high to the sky. Let the pinky toes fall toward the earth. Big, open up your legs big like a letter V. And then finish. Remove your hands. Knees come to meet at the midline. Bend your knees so your feet come on down. And now it's time for the best pose of the practice. Final shavasana. All right, cover your eyes with your towel or your eye shade. Legs go long. Cover your eyes, arms down by your sides, palms face up, shoulders away from your ears, wiggle them. Have as much contact with the earth as you can. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Unclench your jaws if your teeth are touching. Imagine your face is soft, expressionless, as you just let all the muscles relax. Shoulders away from the ears. Shoulders are back and down in the mat. Arms are heavy, as are your legs. Pinky toes fall toward the earth. Deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Focus only on your breath. No thoughts, just for a minute or two. Deep breaths. Soften the area between your eyebrows a little bit more. If you'd like to stay here a little bit longer, do so. Just focus on the breath. Don't let the thoughts rob you of this special time. If you need to conclude your practice, let's start to wiggle the fingers and toes. Just a little bit, and just pay attention to them. Feel the movement there. Move them independently. Feel what you feel. And then start to make the motion bigger. Move it up into the hands and the feet and the wrists and the ankles. Circle them out. On an inhale, reach high up overhead. Point your toes to the bottom of the mat. Stretch out your arms and stretch like it's your first good morning stretch before you even get out of bed in the morning. And as you exhale, soften the shoulders, bring the arms down, bend your knees, roll into a fetal position onto one side or the other. Use your low arms, bicep as a pillow for your head. Soften in your top shoulder. Eyes are closed. Savor this moment right here, right now, and honor it with a deep cycle of breath. As you're ready, keeping the eyes closed if you like, or not, you make the call. Press on up using the hands or not to a seated position. Once you are seated, get comfortable. Maybe it feels good to cross the knees, maybe you like the legs long. You decide. Keep the eyes closed if you like. Shoulders over your hips, you know how that feels. Bring your hands to prayer center in gratitude for what you just accomplished. Press your thumbs slightly into your chest. Lengthen up through the crown of your head as you inhale. And as you exhale, soften in your shoulders. Your body's an amazing thing. You just honored it by giving it the motion it craves in this last hour. Take another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Blink your eyes open. You did it. You did a 1 hour long Strong Foundations yoga practice where we emphasized balance and strength. It was your private practice. It was at home. I hope you liked it. That stress number you took at the beginning, come back to it. What was it and what is it now? I think that's testimony to how well your practice works for you. And remember, it doesn't matter how your practice looks. What matters is how it makes you feel. How does it make you feel? Come back every day and do it. Little by little, slowly but surely, it'll all fall into place. I promise. From Bonnie and Piper and Dwayne and me, much love, peace, joy, happiness, and see you guys on your mats tomorrow. Namaste. Bye. See you later. Hey, what was that, huh? Bye. The more you celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. So celebrate it, have fun. And one of the ways I hope you're having a great celebration and finding joy in your hearts is in doing your yoga. Thanks for being here and thanks for sticking around to the end. Okay, you guys, you know this yoga is free for anybody and everybody can do it. You modify it to make it work. Tell your friends about it. Tell them the changes that happened to you in the last year with your yoga. It's a new chance, new beginning. They can do it too. Our yoga is free. Check it out. If you'd like to support the broadcast, you can go to our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Whatever you do, show up tomorrow. Do your yoga every single day and celebrate. Celebrate good times. Celebrate your yoga. Celebrate your health. Celebrate your body. Celebrate. The more you celebrate, the more things there are to celebrate. See you on your mat tomorrow.